You can go into photo stream and you can pick the photos. Well, no, then you just go into groups under your photo, under your main page. Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
on my photo stream.
Yes. Yep. So I'll show you. Let me share the screen. Where is it? There we go. I'll show you. So this is my screen here.
Right.
So if you go to groups, there's your photo stream. If you go to groups, and then you click on the group.
Okay.
And then you can add photos.
Yeah, when I first looked at that mannequin, I didn't have a good look. I thought, oh God, what's happening now?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Dennis, I think is
See,
yeah.
one photo's been added. I want to add it.
Yeah, Gibraltar is there, but then you've got to add the other.
Right, so I've got a pad full of them, mate. Like that. See?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I got select items, add to the group.
August 1st. Ooh, that's not too far away. You've got to find a solution here in 4 weeks, James.
Then I add 6 photos at a time.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I'm doing it.
All right.
So what do you got?
So we Hangouts on Air, the way we're doing this, this multiple camera live stream is going away August 1st.
Not long.
I don't know. So I got to figure out a way to do this some other way by August 1st. So we shall see.
I'll see The Rock. Is there any more come up?
Let me see. Not yet. But it might take a little bit to be added. Let me go back. I'm going to go and stop presenting. Do that. Go back to the beginning. Oh, okay. There we go. All right. Let me go back to the group and see. Refresh it. No, that's the only one yet so far. Oh. You got Rocket Gibraltar. Latest photo 1 second ago. So it looks like, okay, maybe that's a. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're starting to show up now.
Okay.
Yeah. I've got the one of all the little taxis. That's the latest one I have in there.
Yeah. Now I've got to go back to do that again.
Yeah. Add another 6.
So I'll go back to.
Go back to your photo stream. And then go on groups. Pick the group and add photos. And when you click add photos to a particular group, then it comes up with the chooser.
The group doesn't come up. This is a pain in the ass.
Are you doing it on a MacBook?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've got the one I look at you at is my desktop Mac, and I've got a laptop Mac.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to. It should be the same functionality as a Windows desktop, I would think. What are you doing, Kat? Let's see. Let's go back and see.
I'm going to add another photo.
Anybody has?
Oh, crap.
There we go. Let's see if the chat. Joe D. Hi. Yeah. Oh. Hey, there's Joe. Hey, Joe. Let me post the link in the chat. And hey, there it is. All right, so hopefully Joe can join there, and somebody else. You doing, Crusher? Oh, that's AJ. Okay. You figured it out, James?
Yeah, I just keep going back and uploading them.
Okay. Yeah, it takes a little while probably. Let's see if. Oh, there's Joe. Okay. And there's Dennis. Uh-oh. So let's find out who here's who. Hey, Dennis.
Well, I jumped in right before he did, so.
Okay. Can you hear everybody, Dennis?
I can hear you, Mark. I can hear Joe.
Can you hear me?
Yep, and you, Jimmy.
All right.
Yeah.
We are.
It's only when we jump in after he does, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I got in right,
Yeah.
literally
Right before.
right before.
So when I started the live broadcast here, Joe,
Uh-huh.
it said Hangouts on Air is going away August 1st.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So I did a little research today, and I think I might have a solution that maybe that costs a little bit, but not too much. So I'll do a little bit more investigating.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I appreciate
It's a video conference service that allows you to connect to a YouTube channel to stream. So, you would set up everybody that would be on it. You would just add them as, send them an invite basically, and then you can stream the conference to a YouTube channel. So it's called Free Conference, I think is the service. It's called freeconference.com.
So it's free conference, but it costs.
Well, I think to add to have more than like 10 people or multiple hosts or something, and to record. I think that might be the option to record what you're doing, and I think that also includes to stream it to a YouTube channel.
Uh-huh.
Might be what the cost is, but I just looked at it very briefly, like half an hour ago. So I haven't. I didn't see that, but that might be the option. So, Dennis, are you trying to get the channel banned or what?
Yeah, well, that's a risky one.
Nudie. You posted that nudie in the group there. I don't know. We might just have to block that out.
Yeah, well, I'm not trying to steal Joe's crown as the pornographer amongst us.
Hey, that's my crown.
Yeah, those mannequins are pretty alluring.
I'm afraid if they take that down, that's going to be really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a freaking mannequin. So James is back from his month-long adventure to Portugal and Canary Islands, Spain. Did you go to Spain at all?
Well, that's the Canary Islands. Plus, we went to Seville in Spain. Plus, we went to Gibraltar for the weekend.
Okay, and then a little bit in London, right? You visited.
I did go to London.
Okay.
No, I stayed in Europe this time.
Okay, all right, and then New Hampshire. So.
Yeah, New Hampshire.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out these stupid photographs, uploading them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of them are up there now. It looks like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. There's 20 of them in the group now.
What's the last one?
The last one is the beach umbrella. The grass umbrella with the beach chairs stacked up. You call it Vacation 204. And then the one before that is the yellow flower.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing, the umbrella
With
with.
bloom, yeah. And I see the next one after that is the beach umbrella, the grass umbrella with chairs underneath it.
Yeah, with the chairs. Yeah, I see that too.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, the real nice one. There's one of them.
Okay. So.
Can you do Vacation 60 and Vacation 62?
Let's see. Oh yeah, I see Vacation 62, Vacation 60. Yeah, so one looks like the Vacation 62 is the plant, and the other one is the landscape from the ridge looking down. Yeah.
So how do I get back to groups then? Because look, see my thing?
So if you just go up under you, up there flickering right next to the logo, you'll see you. And then you'll see the groups that you're subscribed. If you go click on that, and then you go down to groups. And I think you can open it up that way too.
Yeah, I've got those.
Yep. Yeah. What are you doing, cat? Oh, yeah, silly cat. So yeah. So we have 1 month to figure this out, Joe.
There's like a search in the groups too, which helps you find whatever group you want a little quicker.
Yeah.
Well, I've got the group now. It's uploading these. I can't find an upload thing. Or is it that cloud again?
Well, no. If you get into the group, you should be able to see a thing that just says "add photo" within the group. I'll show you. So here's the group, and you just see a little button that says "add photo." So if you do that, then it's going to go. It'll go to my photo stream. You know.
Where's the photo to add? Where's the page to add?
You just click on the photo, Jimmy.
Yeah, you just click on the photo when you're in the group.
I don't know which ones I've clicked on now.
No, well, it won't double upload. It'll say no, you've already added that photo to the group. So it'll keep track of it for you.
Every now and again, you might see a photo pop up. It's because I've uploaded.
Okay, all right. Well, cool. So we're back here the Sunday show before Independence Day, when we declare our independence from the oppressive Brits. You know, so
Yeah, we're celebrating the 4th over here as well.
uh-huh. Those pesky Americans.
Yeah.
Well, now,
Yeah.
we celebrate because we don't have to pay your Social Security bill.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Dennis is like, we celebrate the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we let you win the war because we knew we'd get a day off at the end later on when we emigrate.
Yeah. So we got that coming up. 4th of July Independence Day coming up on Thursday. So
Yeah. Our Independence Day didn't happen, did it?
no. So we got that coming up. So yeah, those are going to be all the. I might get a few photos in, but probably of my. I'm doing the Peachtree Road Race this year again. So it's a 10K. I think it might be the world's largest 10K. There's like 60,000 people that do it. So it's going to be quite an early morning, but I'll probably get a couple photos with the phone as I'm queuing up to run the race. So that'll probably be it for me this year as far as photos for the 4th of July. But fireworks, we might get to the fireworks. I don't know. Our local fireworks is not too far away and does a pretty good show. It just depends on the weather. It's supposed to be pretty warm and pretty humid. So warm is fine. The humid is not so fine. So we'll just have to.
Yeah, it's hot over here at the moment. You know.
What is it? 80 degrees?
Yeah. It's boiling.
So what is that? Is that like is that 30?
Yeah, it's 30. Yeah, it's I think it's over 30.
Okay, well, that is pretty warm for you. Yeah, I mean, that's.
Dennis, Carol, my sister Carol said it's too hot over there now.
It is hot, Jimmy. It's really hot.
Yeah.
Oh, I noticed you picked up the woman who was looking for Marlene.
What was that now?
On the Paddington site. Some woman was asking if I was related to Marlene. Yeah.
And I told her about that, and she said, "No, I haven't signed on. I don't know anything about it." I said, "Well, someone was asking for it, so I gave him. I told him you're on Facebook to check you out, and I sent the link."
Yeah, I see you picked it up because I was going to tell you about it. There was a woman looking for Marlene. She used to be at school with her.
Right. Yeah. Oh well.
So we want the quick summary of your month-long adventure here, James. So number one, were you able to use the camera the way you wanted to use the camera?
Yeah, I love it. It's great.
Good.
No, I only had that one camera with one lens because I didn't want to take any other lenses. I want to make sure I use that one lens and that's it.
Okay.
I loved it. It's great.
So which lens was it? Which lens did you have?
1240, I think.
Okay, the 1240, the Pro lens.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a nice lens. Yeah.
It was nice to carry around, but I didn't carry it around every day because when you're with some people, family members, it's like, come on, bro, move on, let's get going. So, what I used to do is I used to go on the walk arounds, and then knowing I'm going to be back there, that's when I take the camera and say, I'll see you later.
Yeah, yeah,
And focus more on that.
yeah.
So I started off leaving here, and I went up to New Hampshire where my sister lives and my brother-in-law and her husband. And the reason why I went the Thursday, because I have a problem with traveling. I usually get delayed, have to stay in hotels or miss flights and stuff like that. So my sister said to me, my twin, said, come up the night before. And I said, why can't I come up on Friday? I'll meet you at the airport. She goes, no, not with your reputation. So I went up the day before, so to make sure I've got the plane on time.
Okay, yeah. Give an extra day of just an extra day just to make sure.
Yeah. So then what happened was we flew from Boston to Lisbon,
Okay.
Lisbon airport, and there was not bad flights, 5.5 hour flight. Then we went to a different area close where the beach is, and I don't know the names. I'm not even going to try and say it, you know what I mean? But we were 2 weeks in Portugal in 2 different areas. It's about 30 minutes from one timeshare to the other one. But
Okay.
while we was there, we traveled around to, you know, like different places, all the small towns and stuff like that.
Okay.
We went to Gibraltar, and then we had I booked a hotel up in Gibraltar because it was an apartment thing. We thought we'd be fine. But what they didn't tell us was we needed a lock, a number for the lock that's on the gate to get into the apartment. But they never sent us the information. So we're stuck. So we had to, there's a guy there who's 24 years old. He lives there. They said this happens all the time with this apartment thing. People sign up for it. When they arrive, they don't have the number to open the lock, to get the key to get to the apartment. So I started then. So we went to another hotel, to the Hilton, and it was much nicer. So that was the issues. But Gibraltar's like very small, and you run around in a small car. It's so narrow, the streets. It's ridiculous. And you're trying to focus on trying to find this apartment place, which was a small sign, so it's very hard to see it.
Yeah.
And then, but in the end, we stayed in one night there, and we thought it was nice and that. But glad we didn't stay longer because it's small and we see what we want to see.
Yeah, I mean, so it's essentially it's just a small little island, right?
Yeah, well, it comes off Spain, and then Spain and Gibraltar is the airport, the runway. So you have to walk across the runway to get to Gibraltar, and there's about 15 flights a day that come off.
Huh. Okay.
No offense saying don't go over there. They just, stop you from walking over while the airport.
That's funny. So they took the one flat piece of land and put the runway on it, and then
So when we leave Spain, and giving the passports, the guy asked us for the passports, so we gave the passports. He didn't even look at them. He just took them, looked at us, gave them back, and said, "Okay." And said, well, what's the point of the passport?
Yeah.
It was nice to see, but we didn't go up the rock. We couldn't be bothered.
Okay. Yeah. So, it's a big rock. I mean, it would have been quite a hike to the top of and I'm sure they had a trail that went up and probably.
Well, I don't know if anyone walks up there, but there's taxis and cable cars.
Okay.
There.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So apart from that, then we came back to the other timeshares and that. And then my brother-in-law left on the Wednesday, so we took him back to Lisbon to catch the flight home. Then my sister and I took a flight to Seville. And the good thing about it is, in Seville, if you catch a tour bus, it's beautiful. But where we went by Seville to go to Gibraltar, we didn't think much of it. But because we landed there, because we had to catch the plane the next day to Tenerife, we caught one of the tour buses, and it took us around to some really nice sites.
Oh, nice.
We only had a night, to do it. So the next day we was off again.
Okay.
Then we went to Tenerife. All that now?
What's that? I was going to say, so the tip is if you're going to Seville, take the tour bus.
Right, yeah.
I like taking the tour bus anyway, because they give you some commentary as well, so you get to know what it's like.
Yeah, no, we've done that. We've done that in a lot of places. We go, it might be a 2-hour tour or something, and they kind of hit, so you kind of get the lay of the land, and you get a little bit of perspective on things. And then if you have extra time, then you can go and do specific things.
And a lot of places in Portugal and that, they don't like taking Visa cards. They say no. The reason why that is, I suppose, is because they don't want to pay the fees.
So would they take MasterCard or American Express, or how did they do it?
All those, but the owners of the shops don't like taking Visa cards, most of them. But there's ATMs all over the place.
Okay.
So,
all right.
So now we went to Seville. We caught a plane to Barcelona. We was going to walk around Barcelona, but the airport seemed like it was so far away. And then we had our luggage. We had an 8-hour stopover, and we couldn't get rid of our luggage, so we just stayed.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then from Brazil, we went, not Brazil, Barcelona, we went to the Canary Islands, and that's where the other 2 sisters were. So now I'm on my own with 3 sisters.
Okay. Lucky you.
Right? Yeah.
That sounds a nightmare.
Every 2 years. Every 2 years, we all get together.
Mm-hmm. That's nice. That's nice. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
So is that all 4 of you then? I mean, all the siblings together at one time then?
3 sisters and me, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
So we had a good time.
And the Canary Islands are nice. Is that the first time you've been there?
No, second time. It's nice. We just was at a different part before. It was a smaller town and that. Where now we was kind of off a bit. But the main towns, La Cristiana and Americana or something, I think, they're kind of like tourist areas. Well, we was in the timeshare up on the hill further back, which took about 10 minutes to get downtown. Well, maybe a bit longer than that. So we was away from everything, but we could also get to everything if we wanted to.
Yeah, you were just far enough away that you didn't have to, all that, but you were close enough to do something you could get there.
We went to see a show, and when we come out of the show, it was like, I don't know, 11:30 or something. You can hear the noise of the people having fun. They're having fun and that. So good. But when you get older, you don't want to hear that noise when it's time to go to bed.
That's true. Yeah. You damn kids, shut up. I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah. But great time. So now I'm thinking about my next flight. Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to go to London again in October. That's what.
Okay. So you're going back to London in October.
Yeah. I like doing 3-week trips. Like this one was a 4-week one, but I like doing the 3-week because I want to catch up with you, Dennis, when I'm over there. You know that, and then see some other friends and stuff. But otherwise, I don't have enough time to do everything I want. But then after this year, next time I go over there, I plan to do 3 weeks and have 2 weeks where I'm with family and friends, and then 1 week where I shoot off to Europe and go where I want to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah. That's always a challenge. It is if you're, family's great and everything, but if you're going someplace, it's nice to have your own time where you just do whatever you want to do.
Well, when I'm in London visiting family and that, I have to go to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And a fortune on fares and everything like that. So you just stay outside, just spend it, see everyone, and then come home.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it sounds like it was a good trip, and the camera worked for you. So.
Oh, I love the camera. It's great, and I've got some really nice shots.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, you got the camera. When did you get the camera? Was that back in February or March? You got that? I think it was, right? Yeah.
Months now.
So you had a few months to learn how to use it and figure out.
I've taken a few pictures, and I took that when I first got it. I went to the mall. I took pictures in the mall, and then I took some other ones, but just practice.
Good. Well, that's that's always a challenge. I mean, get a new camera, and if you're and a lot of times like you did. I mean, you got the new camera because you wanted a new camera, but you were also going on a trip where you wanted to take advantage of all the new stuff the camera had. But then you gotta learn it, make sure you're comfortable with it, so you can actually benefit from using it.
You know what's funny? You watch these videos and they say, tips for just setting up the camera for the first time. You do all these things, and then you listen to someone else and tips for it. Then he contradicts this person. This person contradicts. So you do it all, and you say, what do I like? What do I like? Then I end up changing it back to what I want.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, I mean, because there's so many features on cameras. Oh, anything. I mean, any electronic. There's so many features, and you can set it up 1,000 different ways. But ultimately, you've got to, you can set up the most common way or a standard way, and then use it, and then figure out what you like and what you don't like, and then you can customize it from that point. So, well, good. Well, it sounds like it was a great trip. That is a part of the world that I have not been to.
Nice. They're very friendly, the Portuguese.
And I've heard very good things about Portugal.
Most of them, though, are not Portuguese. They're from Brazil, India, and Venezuela. And they come over to live there because that's where they're making money to live. They're not making a lot of money, though. But they stay there for 5 years. Then they go to school. Then they get their citizenship and passport.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I've heard my parents were in Portugal, maybe it was 8 or 10 years ago. And they really liked the country, just a lot of nice scenery. The cities were very vibrant, lots of stuff going on. that type of thing. So yeah, I think that might that's on our list now. I mean, that's definitely on our list.
Well, the funny thing is, the first timeshare, the first week we were at, it was all Irish people. We thought they must have had a big discount because in Portugal. Then we went to the second timeshare, and that's mainly English people.
Yeah.
The third timeshare we went to was in Tenerife, and that's all English people as well.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a pretty easy trip from England to Portugal. I mean, that's less than an hour flight, right? I mean, that's pretty quick.
It's a bit longer than an hour.
Okay.
Tenerife was about 4 hours from my
That long? Wow.
Tenerife to London.
4 hours. Wow.
They changed their flights in Malaga, so they didn't have one time doing that either. But my sisters are kind of old, and if anything goes wrong, they get very nervous.
Okay.
So you imagine two sisters, you know what they're like, Dennis.
Yeah.
Carol Marlene in an airport, not having a fucking clue what to do and panicking.
Oh, women. Yeah, no, what are you gonna do? That's funny. Well, that sounds like it was a good trip though. And it's a beautiful part of the world. That is Portugal, Spain is definitely on our list of places we want to go. So
Jimmy, have you done Italy yet?
Oh, about 4 times.
Yeah, because that's only an hour and a half away from here.
Yeah, have you been there?
Hey, I got here quite a lot because I was studying Italian language.
Right. Yeah, I've been there before because Sarah used to live there in Aprilia, south of Rome.
Right.
So I've been there. I've been to Sorrento, been to Rome.
You've been to Pompeii then?
I think I skipped the tour on that. We was on a cruise going to Rome, but I had been to Rome before. And the good thing about I always tell people get the tour guide, and they give you the headphone. And the good thing about it is they could be about 100 yards up the street, and you still can hear them clear what's going on. And that walk going through like all the statues and stuff up to the Colosseum is beautiful. Really is nice.
yeah.
I was in Rome last year, last January. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got that was a pretty inexpensive trip for you, if I remember right. You got a great deal on a flight and.
Yeah. Well, my Italian teacher, she recommended a hotel by the Trevi Fountain, and it really was 50 meters away from the fountain.
Wow. Okay.
The fountain's funny because it's there, but you don't see anything. Then all of a sudden you turn this corner and there it is.
Yeah. And you can walk everywhere. You don't need to get any transport. You can walk to the Colosseum. It's 10-minute walk away from the Trevi.
So it's very, very compact. So you're able to see all the stuff within an easy walk. Then.
Yeah, the only time I got on a train was when I visited the Vatican because that was like two stops away.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. And that wouldn't be too far. I mean, if you had the time and the weather was decent, you could walk there too, probably. But
yeah.
The Vatican, you have to wear pants, not shorts.
Yeah, well, when I walked into St. Peter's Basilica, I was really surprised I didn't burst into flames, Jim.
Maybe that's out of matches.
You and me both. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, I'd probably be worried about the same thing.
I'll tell you one thing: the Catholic Church doesn't need any money.
No.
I like to go to is Budapest and Poland. What's it? Krakow and Warsaw. I like to visit there as well.
Mm.
That's on the agenda.
Yeah, there's some that whole. Yeah, I mean, there's so much to see there. Although, there's so much to see here in the States too. That's one of those things. There's a lot of parts of the United States that we haven't been to, and then you got the whole world to look. So where are you going to choose? I don't know.
There's some places I won't go to though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I visited the Disney Castle.
Did you see Cinderella?
Yeah, I see them all. Mickey Mouse. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Life is complete. Well, good. So James had lots of good images. It looks like Dennis, you've been doing the GIMP again this week.
Yeah. How are you getting on with the GIMP then, Mark?
I looked at it very briefly on Wednesday, and that was it. I was really busy this week with work and other stuff. So I've got, with a long weekend, I'm taking well, Thursday's Independence Day. Friday I'm taking off, so it'll be basically a 4-day weekend for me. So I've kind of cleared my calendar for Friday, so I don't have any business stuff on Friday. So I've got caught up on all the home stuff, well, mostly. So I don't have to do anything with that. So I will have some time probably to do that, and also investigate how to replace Google Hangouts in a few weeks. So.
Yeah, why do they keep changing it? You know,
I don't know. It's Google. You know, they launch a bunch of stuff, and then they're like, well, let's do something else.
Yeah.
So,
Is there something else we can use?
there's lots of apps that will allow people to do live streaming, but there's not a lot that allow to do live streaming like we're doing with multiple people, with multiple video feeds, you know, all going to the same spot. And that's the challenge.
Yeah.
There's video conferencing software and apps that will allow you to do it. And a lot of them will allow you to set up your video conference and then stream the conference to a Facebook or a YouTube channel. But there's some cost involved. So that's a challenge. How do you find something that is can do that but is still low cost? I mean, I don't think there's any way to do it no cost other than the way we're doing it right now.
Doesn't FaceTime work?
But it's only one person, one presenter. So I could be doing the show and you guys could be in the chat, but there's no way that we can do the video. Everybody's got their own appears with their own video camera. That's the
Apple.
FaceTime, you couldn't really use it because it's all Apple. So it's for now.
You'd have to use Skype.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, you'd have to use, and Skype you can do, but to get it to multiple people and stream it, you end up having to kind of rig a couple different things together that aren't meant to go together and cross your fingers and hope that it works. Ask Joe about that. We used to do that back in the day before Google came along with the Hangouts when we did our
How long has this group been running?
This has been since 2013, almost 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And Joe does a craft beer thing. It's been going on for 11 years, almost 11 years at this point. Yeah. So we've gone through all the various iterations. And when Google came out with Hangouts, Google Plus, and then Hangouts, and I mean, that's been really nice for the last 5 years.
Oh, it's been,
Prior to that, it was quite an adventure.
They're the only ones. They're just, that's it.
The only ones that are doing it for free, which is probably why they're getting rid of it.
Yeah.
They're not making any money off of it. So
I'm on Twitch right now, actually looking through all their options here.
Yeah, and there's lots of options to do a stream. As a host, you can stream and post to everywhere, but the limit, the options get cut down very quickly is having multiple presenters. So like we have now, and there's software that will allow you to do it, but the software costs hundreds of dollars to purchase. So we're trying to figure out a way to kind of do it and still stream it to YouTube. So that's going to be we'll figure it out. We got 4 weeks, hey, if we can put a man on the moon, we can figure out how to do it.
Yeah, man on the moon, huh? Good luck to us. Yeah.
Sometimes I think putting the man on the moon is easier.
Yeah.
I swear it's easier.
We invented Velcro, so come on. And we're coming. This year is the 50th anniversary of Apollo 11 too, which is kind of amazing. That was
flying by.
Yeah, that was. I remember that. I was just old enough. I was almost 5, so I do remember it. But
I remember I was at school and staying up late at night watching the landings onto the moon with the old one small step for man.
Yep. And what's amazing is this thing right here has more computing power than the whole system that they put the man on the moon with. So
yeah.
That's what's amazing.
Yeah. And what's even more amazing is that we can't log on to each other without the sound going,
Mm-hmm. Yep. But they put a man on the moon, but they used a Hasselblad to document the the still images. So
Yeah. Well, one day, Mark, that Hasselblad camera they left up there is going to be in the museum back on Earth.
probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if they could find it. I mean, I guess it's still, it'd probably be buried under dust at this point, but I guess it would still be there.
Oh, they really did leave one up there?
Yeah. Yeah.
They did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. So it's there somewhere. I mean, and they probably know where it is. Yeah.
It's yours if you want to go and get it, Jimmy.
Well, I was thinking, if they put it on time lapse, that'd be a good photograph.
But yeah, okay. So fantastic. That sounds like it was a great trip, James. That makes me want to go to Portugal. That and the snails. Did you have? Now that's the thing. Did you have snails in a bar? Did you have a beer and snails when you were in Portugal?
I had plenty of beer, but screw the snails. I'm not eating those.
Attaboy. Attaboy. Yeah, I'm not doing that either.
I hear that is the preferred snack with beer in the pub is snails.
Yeah, you
Huh?
can.
After the snails, you said no thanks, no snails for me.
That's as bad as having jelly deals.
Oh, I hate that crap. Paul loved it. She'll eat any shit anyway.
Okay, so now we know the real truth. You were in Portugal, but you didn't eat the snails. Okay.
Yeah.
But I had shrimp and smoked salmon.
Okay. Well, that's a good alternative.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. I'm sure. And did you take advantage of the fresh seafood?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I took pictures in my mind, like of the way they laid out the food and the salads and that.
Mhm.
When I come home, I've been eating the same way I was eating there.
Yeah. That's that is our favorite.
But it did make a difference with that.
Yeah.
Now I lose it.
Yeah, seafood is our. If we live well, anytime we go near the near the ocean, so we can get fresh seafood from wherever we're at. I mean that we gobble that stuff up, and it's kind of expensive, but it's a little less expensive when you're close to the source, I guess. But yeah, it's we miss that. I miss getting really fresh seafood literally right off the boat. That's always fun. So. Well, let's relive the experience through the images because we got those coming up. But first, we got to start off with some cheap cars that Patrick photographs because they are like this.
Yeah.
Terrible. Yeah.
What a hunk! It's a 2005. What do you want?
Yeah. Carrera GT. 2019. So he might pop in. He was saying he was going to try to pop in tonight. We'll see.
I mean, the car doesn't even have the whole roof. I mean, come on,
pay extra for the roof. There's cheap Germans. So he's out. He's doing a whirlwind photo shoot here the last few days. He's like, should I stay up? That's what he said last night, Jeff. You cut off. He said, should I stay up? I'm like, yeah, why not? You've been up 37 hours. Just go for a full 48.
Yeah, he probably finally fell asleep.
Yeah, I think he did.
Poor guy.
Did you go with him on a trip to do some photographing?
No, well, Pat guy pops in every once in a while. He popped in yesterday on Joe's beer show. He was in where was he? He was in Newport Beach, California, where he had flown there to photograph some cars yesterday, but he had been up for 35 hours because he had to photograph cars in Arizona and then do process the images and get those to the people, and then he had to go to California, same thing, and then he was flying to Oregon. Was that where he was going? He was going up to Oregon, I think, today.
He must be making a fortune.
He's making a living doing it. Yeah, I don't know if he's making a decent living doing it. Yeah, but he does. This is real busy season for him because of all the late summer car auctions, like all the stuff they do at Pebble Beach and Monterey, the classic car auctions. He does a lot of photography for the auction houses or the owners that are selling their cars at those auctions. So yeah, and it just goes in bursts where he'll do a few days where it's just bang 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 back to back to back. So he was operating on little sleep last night. So we'll see. See, so this is in Portugal, James. Did you do any mountain biking when you were in Portugal?
No.
Oh, come on.
I can't do that anyway because of my knee.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I'll go to the doctor tomorrow and have it checked out because I want to complain about it.
Oh, do you have an artificial knee?
Yeah.
You
But-
do? Okay.
It's like 2 years, just under 2 years I had the operation.
Wow. Okay.
Still bother me. I still slip. And when I walk, I tell people like my sisters or my friend, I say, walk beside me. Can you hear it? When I walk, you can hear my bones rub against one another.
Wow. So have you had both knees replaced or just one?
Just one.
Okay. All right. Are you going to need the other one replaced or not? Or do you know?
Not that I know of, and I hope
Okay.
not.
All right. So the one you had replaced, was it did you just injure that knee a long time ago and it just
I smacked it on concrete when 2 dogs attacked me.
Oh, okay. That would do it. Yeah. Yeah. Huh. So you've had it for 2 years, you said?
Well, I've had this for 2 years, but I've had knee problems for quite a long time now.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. That's
So I ride my bike around the street, but I don't go too far with it. But
Okay.
the mountain bike, no, I don't want to take the chance. If I fell off and broke my knee again,
yeah. Yeah. That's a valid excuse. Yeah. I would do the same.
I'll accept it.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, this is yeah, really, I guess he as you know, he does a lot of riding, so he's I've been doing a lot of mountain biking. So this looks like at Pinella Bike Park.
It looks funny with that wrapping around that tree, though.
Yeah, yeah. It's a I don't know what that is. Well, it's a trail marking, I guess. Yeah, it must be what it is. But there he is, going downhill. Does that look like fun, Joe? You do that?
Oh man, it looks great actually. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he posted this photo, you know, but I ain't doing it.
Yeah. It's great for somebody else to do.
Years ago, when I went over the top of the bike,
Yeah, that's probably what would happen if I tried it, you know.
No,
And then
pretty
there'd be photos of me going over the bike and then other photos of people on the floor laughing. Yeah. So
here he is. He must be near the top of the hill there.
Yeah, Joe, I'm going to impress you. We got the NFL in the UK at the moment.
Yeah,
Boston Red Sox, yeah.
yeah, well, baseball, but yeah, you got American baseball over there.
Yeah, they were advertising it on our TV, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was the second game today.
The Red Sox and who?
New York.
Yeah, the Yankees and Red Sox. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, they had a game yesterday and a game today. I didn't see the score or anything or who won, but yeah, they happened earlier this morning.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to explain the rules to us.
It's something like cricket, but
Sort of like cricket. Yeah.
Well, actually, it's between cricket and rounders.
Yeah, it's between them both, is it, Jimmy?
Yeah. And I hated cricket when I was a kid.
Yeah, and Rounders was played by the girls, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's America's pastime. I guess it still is. Although I think the NFL is becoming America's pastime. I don't know.
Well, it's you know, I have a thing for baseball too. Baseball is like a sweet spot in my heart. There, it's one of those sports where I think the younger you are, almost you like baseball, and then the older you get, you like baseball.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of
right. Yeah.
You know, it's because the older I do get, the more I do like baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Do you focus on the entire game, or do you sit there having a chat and look out? It's going to go, oh, we're winning.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's the whole thing about baseball. Yeah, it's a slow enough game where, you know, you kind of can, and that's the problem. You go to a game, and that's how people get hurt because they're so busy chatting with each other, and then all of a sudden they get a ball on the side of the head. You know.
Yeah. Foul ball or something. Yeah. But no, it's I do enjoy baseball. It's a fun game to watch. I mean, it's kind of relaxing. You can be totally into it, but it's a slow enough pace that you can be, you know, part of something else that's going on too. You know. So you can,
it's the one game that I go to that I'll actually have a few beers. And most of the other sporting events I go to, I won't drink too much. Like when I go to a race, I might have one because the racetracks, and I'm sure it's the same thing over there. They're just so big. Like, you can only, you'll spend your whole time behind the stands going to the waiting in line for the bathroom, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
So, at a baseball game, at least, like I don't know. It's just a different vibe.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Joe, that baseball, is that a hard ball like one of our English cricket balls?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it is pretty solid. It'll do some damage if it hits you. Yeah.
Yeah, because I see today the cricket, when they were playing the cricket, the guy whacked the ball right into the crowd. So, like you say, if you're not paying attention, cricket ball on your head.
Oh yeah,
that's been the debate over the last few years, and especially this year. They've actually had scientists and stuff measuring these balls, and they said the balls actually, they've been making them harder than they used to, so that's why they're flying farther.
Yeah,
they say they're making them a little harder and a little smoother and all these sort of things, and I think a little smaller, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, that's been the big thing, the last couple of weeks, because you had, I don't know, XYZ sports engineer guy or whoever.
Teams are widening that fence, aren't they, behind the base? They're going to make it longer.
Probably, yeah. Extend the netting out farther down the line.
Yeah. It would be a good idea. It really would, because a lot of people go to a game, and that's the problem. It's a slow enough game. And the food is always just a little bit better at baseball games. They just have and so, you're so busy, you walk into your seat and you have the kids and everything, or just the guys are having a bunch of beer and you're having a good time. And so you're with your back turned, and then whack,
Yeah.
We got the Knights, which is a minor league here. I've been there a few times. It's nice to go once in the blue moon.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's fun. Especially, the minor leagues, especially AA and AAA. I mean, they've got some nice stadiums, and the tickets are affordable. So, yeah.
Beautiful with the stadium in Charlotte.
I'm definitely biased because this is baseball kind of country, if you will. We do host half of the whole major leagues here for spring training, so it's this is kind of a big baseball place.
Yeah. So this was probably iPhone. Yeah. Yep.
Some great shots. I like these shots, man.
Yeah. No, this is very nice. Yeah. Definitely up on the hill. That's for sure. There he is. So why would you jump off a perfectly good bridge? I don't understand.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, he didn't put the next shot up, did he? It was a crumbled heap on the floor.
Yeah. So this must be okay. So that's the order it should be. That's first and second. Yeah. And then, okay, that's the view from below. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. A nice little jump.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
Yeah. That's fine. I bet that looks hot, though. I bet it's nice and warm there right now.
Yeah. I dig that these guys, I mean, they just ride like crazy. These guys ride
all the time. Yeah.
I mean, it feels like, just from looking at his posts, it feels like they do this probably 5 times a week.
Yeah.
I bet you 4 or 5 times a week these guys are riding.
Yeah, especially now with the in the summer they get a little bit longer lights. So, yeah, they're probably out like after work and that type of thing. Yeah. So taking full advantage of it.
Yeah, that's good.
I wonder if they sort of like recce the course before they actually go on it, because that looks like it's dangerous if you're not aware of it.
Yeah, I think they probably do. I hope. I don't know.
I would call these guys seasoned enough riders. They could almost get to a place, boom, look at it a little bit, and start riding.
These guys are. But yeah, you got to know what you're doing. Yeah, you don't want to be just like, hey, let's just try this out and see what happens. Drop view 1, yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, nice scenery. I mean, look at the hills and
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, it is. Was it hot there when you were in Lisbon, James?
Yeah, it was lovely weather. Beautiful.
What are you doing, Crusher? All right, so then we go from that to a peaceful waterfall in Connecticut, I'm sure. A mysterious place with no name. Come on, cat. There we go.
This even looks fake. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it almost looks like he photoshopped two images together here.
Yeah,
Put the
it does,
waterfall
doesn't it?
against-
Yeah, this one up here, and then that, yeah. And that's only a 25th. That water is moving pretty fast because that's 25th of a second. Hey, cat, come on down. Come on, Crusher.
Yeah, there's actually quite a bit of the image that's pretty sharp. You know.
Mhm. Yeah, F11. Good stuff. And this was taken last week. So, okay, here's Jose out with his infrared A6000. Yep. Ghost town of Keeler. Abandoned pool in the ghost town of Keeler, California.
I like the feel of that. He put a nice brightness to it, so it has that nice bright, but the background is a little darker, so it really makes that punchy, and it's kind of cool.
Yeah, the infrared does some interesting things. Yeah, the blues just get really, really, really dark. So yeah, it's kind of neat. Yeah, there's lots of ghost towns in California. So this, a panoramic 36-shot 3-tier.
Wow.
Gorge. The image was cropped in post to 60 by 22. 40-foot drop. And luckily, whatever spray was not blowing in my direction. 36 shot. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
3-tier. So yeah.
He didn't put in there how big that file.
Wow. Yeah.
That's probably that file probably took as long to create as some of his shots take.
Mm-hmm.
The whole 300 and some seconds it probably took.
Yeah, well, 36 shots. Looks like maybe each shot, maybe 0.4 of a second. So
Yeah.
I mean that's that's like 20 seconds or more. But yeah,
I think he kind of reversed this image. I think he decided to, okay, we're gonna go 0.4 of a second, but I'm gonna put 36 of these bad boys together, so that's gonna take 360 seconds.
Yeah.
So that's his 360-second exposure right there, just in post.
Wow. Yeah, that's
that had to take a long time to make. You know what I'm saying?
Make and
to render.
Yeah. 30. Well, he's using so the 750 is that 32 megapixel, or is it a 20? I don't know. Well, 26. Even if it was just 24 megapixel, yeah, 32 of those together. That's almost like a large format shot, Dennis.
I used to use 36 frames to merge them together.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, he's getting up there in Pat territory now, man.
Yeah.
Like one of those. I like it though, man. I like the way that bright light is shining on that left side of the photo. I like that there's more in there too. On that last one, it was cropped kind of tight, and it felt fake. This one still does, if you notice. You can almost see a line right down the middle of it. Makes you kind of question what you're seeing, but I have no doubt that's a real scene. But it just it still has a little fake feel to it.
Yeah,
but it's cool, man. It's
a very, very, very nice shot. Yeah, it's so detailed, and the lighting is so bright. There we go. This is what Rui needs.
Yeah, I was down at Battlesbridge again this week. And, yeah, I see this in the old antique shop, so I thought this is what Rui needs.
Yeah, Rui. I mean, come on, ride a real bike.
Yeah.
You know,
special design for downhill.
Yeah, and with the luggage rack on the front there,
Yeah, you got a luggage rack and everything. That one's
you can
made.
stick his GoPro on the front of that.
That's a GoPro rack, really. That's what it is.
Rack, yeah.
How much was it? Doesn't.
Yeah. It says it. I think on the ticket it says 165 pounds.
Boom! There you go. There
Yeah.
you go. And
Yeah.
it probably weighs 165.
Yeah. When I was a teenager, I used to deliver the groceries for a local shop, and I've fallen off one of these many times. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you turn the wheel, the basket stays where it is. You know, so
Oh,
It's
the
got
weight.
It's got a complete bespoke seat there, man. Look at that. What do you want?
It said on it that it had one careful owner. All the other owners never looked after it at all.
Yeah.
Look at those handlebars. Yeah, that thing's ready for down it. You could go off a perfectly good bridge with that bike.
Yeah, I recommend that he does something with the seat first, though.
Yeah.
And look at the front tire. I mean, the front tire has already got a nice little spot for you to land.
Yeah, I
Right
did.
there, yeah.
I did point it at a puncture, and the guy said it's only flat on one side. Turn it around.
Yeah. What do you want? You know.
That's interesting. You did I got sepia tone or whatever on it. Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how long that would last if Rui rode that off that bridge.
Oh no.
That's it. He would sink like a Bismarck.
Yes. It would.
He must weigh a ton.
Crumble. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a neat image. I like that. It's a nice detailed shot. And that was with the 65.
Yeah, that's a lovely lens.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do a Jimmy, one camera, one lens. Yeah.
Whoa, there we go.
Yeah.
Want to talk
I
about
had a quick glance at that when I was going through, and I thought, what the hell's he doing?
Yeah, she was standing outside one of the junk shops, you know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Dennis is trying to trump me right now. That's what.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I'll do a bit of Joe here, you know,
Yeah.
get my model to stand still. Did you notice, Joe, that I play with the eyes?
Yes. Yeah. There's a little, yeah.
Yeah, I
Got a
use
little
the
sparkle in the eye there.
Yeah, there's a filter in the GIMP called Supernova.
Oh, that's what you put in the eyes then.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I put the Supernova in the eyes and made it as small as I could and not many spokes, you know.
Uh-huh. Funny.
And that can was hanging on a string, so I just climbed that out as well.
Floating can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun shot. A gimped shot.
It was a GIMP shot, yeah.
Okay, here we go again. You got the Garden Man. Speaking
Yeah,
of GIMP.
This has definitely been gimped. Can you see the man?
Yep, down here.
I'll see him.
Now that is what an image of? Is that like a little garden gnome or something?
Yeah, this was at the antique place. They were selling these. They were like green faces, like masks, but
Okay.
hang on the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, so I cropped it out and lowered the opacity on it and
Okay.
blended it in with the leaves. Yeah,
Oh, fun.
yeah, it was good. Have a little play.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's funny. Looks like, but yeah, I mean the colors are great in that. In that.
The shape of the leaves actually on the flower are actually
Mhm.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know, the different
Kind of
that.
shapes. Yeah.
And the green man, I sharpened his eyes.
Did
Yeah.
you put the supernova in there? No, I didn't see.
No, Supernova was a bit over the top, but I did.
Yeah,
I
no
did sharpen
supernova
the
on
eyes.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and I stuck the face over a dark patch on the leaves. You know.
Okay,
So
yeah.
it enhanced the eyes.
There you go. Yeah, that's kind of fun stuff.
Oh, that's the Rock of Gibraltar.
There's the Rock of Gibraltar.
My photos, when I uploaded them, I had them all set out in sequence, and when I uploaded them to the site, they went all over the place. So they're not
Okay.
now.
They're not going to be chronological, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is it's one of our colonies here, you know, Jimmy.
I know.
Yeah, the Spanish never stop whinging. They want it back.
I don't know why they don't take it back. We're not at war.
Yeah,
Well, it was a gateway to stop the enemy coming in.
Yeah,
yeah.
it was at the Narrows, so they could guard the entrance. Yeah.
Yeah, the entrance to the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
But it's nice to walk around the town and that, but to spend more than a weekend, nah.
No. No. How many people live there in the town, do you think?
No, I didn't count them. I didn't have time.
So here's the road, and then we got to get the runway here.
Well, that's further down. But
Okay.
we was coming home this time, and I told my sister to pull over, and so I could run out on the other side of the street to take the photograph.
Yep. Puerto Deportivo. Huh. Interesting. Oh, now, okay, now, yes.
That's my appetizer for the day.
Yeah.
I might show you.
That looks good.
Yeah, it does.
Oh,
Joe, probably not, right, Joe?
Yeah, not if you like bugs. You know, you know that to me is like bug guts in lettuce right there. It's like,
I'll tell you what, it tastes good though.
Yeah.
yeah, sea bugs in some lettuce, and that's terrific. Bug guts in lettuce. There, it's terrific.
I don't know why I don't like. Oh, shrimp is so good. Oh, I could eat shrimp all day long. I could eat sea bugs all day long.
The beach is close by.
So this is beach on. Is this on Gibraltar?
No, this is Portugal.
Portugal. Okay.
There was a great opportunity to trump Dennis here, but you didn't do it.
Why? To black and white?
No, you could have bested his mannequin, you know, here. But, you know.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You could have put a mannequin on the beach. Yeah.
Actually, when I was in Spain years ago, there was a woman laying on the beach, and there was quite a distance between us. I was up on a cliff, but I just wanted to check a few things. So I put my nice lens on and took a photograph, and then enlarged it, and I was right. She was nude.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Europe is like, the beaches in Europe are full of naked women.
Yeah.
But it's funny because around the swimming pool and in the hotel and that, there's one guy I was talking, and he was Scottish, and his wife was topless, and he kept saying to me about my photos and that, and he said, "You can take a photograph of my wife for €5." And I go, "No, thanks."
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
Well, I said to my friend, "Has he got any photographs of his wife with no clothes on?" And he said, "No." I said, "Do you want to buy some?"
Ah!
This one, when I did this shot, it was my friend's birthday over here, so I just added the text, but it didn't say that. It had like all the way from Tenerife, Spain. Happy birthday to you. Have a great day.
Yeah.
Send it off in an email, so that's a birthday card and that. And then I sent to other people and changed the text to this.
Beautiful blue water, though, man. That is. Did you you have a polarizer on the lens?
No.
No. Okay. Wow.
It's not bad then. Yeah.
Yeah. No polarizer. That's some blue water then.
Yeah, but I mean that's the Atlantic Ocean there.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Yeah, that's on the west side.
That
Yeah.
rock in the background there turns kind of like gold, a red color at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay, so when the sun gets low enough, yeah.
Well, actually, the sun comes from that side and comes towards you if you're looking at the photo.
Oh, okay, yeah, because over here. Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
Why? That's how I took it.
I like the detail on all the rocks here too. I love the ocean.
These are
There
tech.
you go. Is this what you got around in?
No, we had our car.
Okay.
And in Portugal, we had a car, but when we went to Tenerife, we didn't get a car. We just got taxis all the time.
Okay. All right. Nice. Little beach life taxi there, and zip you around.
Yeah, but the drivers over there are bloody nuts.
Really?
You got that rock between them, the trees.
Yeah, they all drive crazy in Europe.
That's nice. Yeah, I like that. That water is so blue. It is really gets my eye. Oh, this is nice. I like this. little flower in a garden somewhere.
Yeah, just walking along. Someone's flower.
Yeah, I like the color on that.
I just basically playing with the camera to get.
Yeah, that's a good. All right. Oh, another view, kind of. Oh, okay. So you got some flowers and no people on the rock this time. Looks like open. Okay. Yeah. A little bit wider view.
Yeah, a little wider. Yeah.
Neat.
There's a bit of competition for Simi here.
Yeah. No, we need a 600-second exposure here, James. Come on.
It's true, yeah. He probably never took a tripod with him.
Yeah.
But I got more water than his.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Quite a bit of water there. Oh, there you go.
This is
I'm gonna be sitting in there with a drink in my hand, floating around.
but it was bloody cold, that water, until you got in it and waited for a little while. When you first get in, the initial, oh man, it was cold.
Cold.
Once you're in, it's okay, but then you got to get out.
Yeah.
But it was nice and sunny when you got out. It was beautiful weather, but the water was a little bit cold.
The water was chilly. Yeah. This is the pool at the hotel.
Yeah, and they closed the pool down at 7 o'clock, so all the kids had to get out.
Oh, nice pool. Take that. Anything with palm trees, I'm good for palm trees. I like palm trees. And here's the beach, the lifeguard station.
Sharp.
Okay. The guard station.
Now, does the horizon look like it's going down to the right?
Yeah, a little bit.
I tried adjusting that, and I just noticed I didn't do it. I may have done it too much.
Yeah, tilt it a little more, maybe. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I don't find it real distracting, but yeah, I mean, it is definitely a little lower. Yeah, that's neat. Now, do they have shark attacks there, or not? Or do you know?
Well, because I didn't go in the bloody water.
Okay.
At the back of the hotel.
Okay. Yep, going back down to the water.
Yeah, the one way to avoid a shark is to stay the hell out of the water.
Yeah. It's guaranteed no shark attacks.
I won't go too deep anyway.
Yeah.
I used to love going in the ocean and that, but not there.
Yeah. Well, unless you get a Sharknado. Yeah, there's that movie, Sharknado. You got to watch out. They get caught up in a tornado and attack people on land.
Yeah.
I was just sitting there having lunch with my sister, and I saw this, I liked it. I like the lines and the direction.
Oh, yeah, all the cars lined up. Yep. Okay, fairly small cars, except you got this large van down here.
Yeah, most of them are very small, and they zip around everywhere. And when there's an opening for parking the car, I would say forget it. I'm not even going to bother. But these people just get in there as easy as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. But they're nutcases driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a little car like that. Oh, I like this shot. I like this with the yellow. That's very nice. Yellow and the blue.
That's just a different part of the grounds of the hotel.
Hotel, yeah.
They had that main big pool, then they had small pools in different areas.
Was it a pretty good sized hotel then?
It was a timeshare. It was massive, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
She's got about 5 timeshares, and she does booking them up, so we just give her money towards it. So I like this shot. I was walking and saw this, and I thought it looked
It's like an agave or a aloe vera plant, or some kind of cactus type thing.
Yeah, I have some of those in the yard here.
You harvest them and make tequila out of them, Joe?
No.
No. Oh, I like
that's
this.
my favorite shot.
Yeah, this is very nice. I like this. Yeah. It's got a tree there on the ledge, and yeah. These trees are that must be their natural. They're not trimmed. That's just their natural.
Well, that's going down towards the beach, and you have to use the walkway because it's all cliff.
Okay. Now this is facing west then. Yeah. Okay. So it'd be it'd be interesting on sunset. That'd be that'd be a neat. Get the sun over here.
Look at this. The sunset will be continuously over the other side of that other rock.
Okay, over here. Yeah. I love the shape of those trees and those bushes. That's just kind of.
Yeah, that's my favorite shot, that one.
Okay, so along the beach here.
Yeah, I was sitting outside the casino waiting for my sisters and took a few shots.
All right.
They still like playing the casinos, do they, Jimmy?
Oh, they're bloody nutcases. And when the thing is, they're up with money and they won't come out. They have to keep playing.
Yeah, my mum said when she used to go bingo with them, she'd go like, "Oh, Carol Marlin really spend a lot of money in the casinos."
It's ridiculous, but have fun with it. Me, I go in there and I say, $60 or €60 whatever, or 100, and I say, once I lost it, I'm out. That's what I do. They're sort of like saying, "Make people more money." They won't give it to me because they know I won't give it to them.
And that's why casinos exist.
Oh, you bet. Yeah.
Give them a favour, because you think a roulette table, you put money down on those, only one number comes up, but there's about 37 numbers. It's in the house.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you know what my dad said? He start gambling when he sees a bookie going to work on a bike.
Yeah. Yeah, you never see the bookies on the bikes, do you?
No, you never see a bookie walking to work. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that shot. It reminds me of Hawaii.
Yeah, it does actually. Yeah, with the kind of the grass umbrella. And yeah, it's a neat one.
Yeah, to me, it conveys like it was a nice vacation, but now it's over. The lawn chairs are all up.
Yep,
the lounge
stacked up,
chairs are
ready
all
to go. Yeah.
It's time to go.
Back to reality.
Yeah, it seems like the end of a vacation photo. Right?
Yeah, it does.
It's ridiculous. When my sister and I was booking all the flights, we had our baggage, so we didn't have to worry about it when we got there. But some airlines wouldn't pay up front for your baggage. So on our last flight, or two flights from, to Tenerife to Barcelona, then Barcelona to Boston, we had to pay €100 just for baggage.
Yeah.
To the flights. It's getting ridiculous.
Oh yeah, no, and you each had probably one check bag each.
Well, I just had one check bag. My sister had one check bag, and we just had a carry-on. Because I put my camera and my computer in my carry-on, so I don't check it in or anything.
Okay. Yeah.
But like today, I dropped my daughter off. She's gone down to Florida to be with her two cousins, and she had to pay for the check-in bag. Like the check-in that you put in overhead.
Mm-hmm.
You had to pay for that one.
Yeah.
Usually you don't pay for that, but normally it's underneath. But this, you have to pay for both if you got both.
Yeah, it depends on the airline. Southwest, you don't have to, but if she was on like JetBlue or Frontier or Spirit or something like that,
you gotta
pay for everything.
Pay.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a racket, isn't it? And for taking a long trip like you did, James, where you're gone for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, you need to have a larger bag probably.
Yeah.
So you can't get around it.
Well, you do, because you don't know when you're going to be able to do your next wash.
That's right. Yeah.
I did do a wash over there. I found a place where a laundromat in the hotel. They had one.
Mm-hmm.
It cost me €5 for the washing machine, and then €5 for the dryer. So
okay,
over 10. But I was just pleased to have it. That's all.
Yeah. Well, good. Well, that sounds like that was a fun trip. Lots of neat sights. So that was the first time you'd been to Portugal, then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Spain before. But I got friends that live in Spain.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's. I'm like I said, that is one of those places that is on my list because it looks like it's a friendly country, relatively affordable comparatively to a lot of other places.
I found it pretty affordable.
Mm-hmm.
With prices. Sometimes you go to these countries and they rip you off, but I found it was reasonable prices for everything. It was okay.
Yeah.
McDonald's and Burger King and what's the other one? Kentucky Fried Chicken, all over the place.
Okay.
Driving along, we'll see a McDonald's and say, Burger King's coming up next.
Yeah. I just go over there and get some snails and some beer and
Yeah.
call me good.
Yeah. Living the life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Living my best life, right?
That's right. Snails and beer. It doesn't get much better than that, I don't think.
Well, what's a snail fart smell like? You know what I'm saying? When you've been having snails and beer all night, what's that like? You know, is that?
I don't know. You got to take one of those new pills that makes your fart smell like what? Chocolate and roses? Is that
chocolate?
What it was?
Yeah, roses and chocolate. Yeah,
roses and chocolate. Yeah, they got the new pill to kind of make you smell fresh and clean, no matter what happens.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Hey, good one. Glad you had a good trip, James. That looked like it was a great time.
Thank you.
Yeah, and good use of that camera. Now that you've mastered it, I think you're going to keep the camera. Then you're not sending it back or anything.
No, I love that camera.
Okay, good.
There's still a lot of things I could do with it to learn how to do things, but there are things that I don't really need to. It'd be nice to set certain things up, but in its time I'll play with it more. But right now I've got it set where I can go.
You can use it. Feel good using it and get the stuff you need out of it. Yeah.
Most of the time I was using the aperture priority.
Okay. Yeah. No, I mean it's a nice camera. It's got it's a proven design. I mean the sensors, good quality. The lens is very good quality. I mean and you found the features that work for you. So that's
and I like it. Obviously I touched it up in Lightroom and that, but I'd have to do Lightroom with my other camera as well, my Nikon camera.
Oh yeah. No, it's almost impossible not to anymore because it's so easy.
Like with people buying cameras nowadays, they have to buy Lightroom or something to do the post editing because if they just left it on JPEG, it wouldn't be really good enough. Unless you put it in the camera correctly, but most people don't.
Yeah.
Didn't you get any software with the camera when you bought it?
What's that?
Didn't you get any software?
Yeah. I had, I think when I had it for Nikon, I had some, but I never used it because I had Lightroom anyway.
Yeah, what come with, when I had the EM1, it came with Olympus Viewer 3. It came with its own software for doing the RAW files.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the camera did. I don't remember seeing it in the bag.
Yeah, well, you should be able to download it free.
Right. I'm not worried about it though because I use Lightroom.
Yeah, I'll just find that if you use the software provided by the camera manufacturer, it always seems to have the edge over all the third-party ones.
Right.
Yeah, it probably does. Yeah, at the limits, I guess.
Yeah.
But, I mean, for the common brands, Olympus, Sony, Canon, Nikon, that type of thing, they probably got it pretty good. But yeah, if you had an unusual brand, I don't know what would qualify for that. If there's probably is some benefit, but yeah, it's if you need, most people don't use Lightroom. They just most people don't have real cameras. They use their phones, and that is their camera. So whatever comes out of the phone comes out of the phone, and they don't really do anything otherwise than maybe doing a filter on Instagram or something like that.
Mind you, I've taken some nice pictures with my cell phone.
Oh yeah. No, and the cameras and the phones are pretty good.
Yeah.
So if you give a little bit of thought to composing the image and using the light that you have the best you can, it can take some fantastic images. So, but like what they say, the best camera is the one you have with you. So whatever you have is better than nothing. And nowadays the smartphone cameras are, I don't think the typical smartphone camera is probably better than the typical prosumer, camera from 7-8 years ago as far as resolution and stuff. So, yeah, as long as you enjoy what you use and get the images you want, that's the important thing, I guess. So,
yeah. So when NASA flies back to the moon, I expect they're just going to give the guys a couple of iPhones.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, or a GoPro they can put on their helmet.
That's true.
Well, actually, I don't know. Will NASA get back or will Elon Musk get back there first? I don't know. it's going to be Bezos or Musk. Probably going to be the first. The next people on the moon is going to be from one of those two, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, like what was it? Tesla did that. They launched up that Tesla Roadster. What was that, a couple years ago?
Yeah.
They launched a Roadster up into space and put them into orbit up there. So yeah.
Yeah, well, they picked that to pieces. They were going, there's no way those tyres would have remained pumped up. They would have imploded in a vacuum.
Yeah.
Is Tesla the electric car?
Yeah.
How are they doing it? I heard that they weren't doing that great.
Yeah, they're not. They're not doing great at all.
Yeah.
People invested, because I had a friend here. He said to me he put $1,000 down towards a car to hold it.
Yep.
It might take 2 years to get the car.
Yeah. For the Model 3, probably. Yeah.
The problem they're having is, see, they put all this money into coming out with a design and they didn't like plan it out. It's tough to make cars because now you look at a Tesla and they just look old. They everything in them has not been re-innovated. It hasn't been refreshed or anything. It just looks old, and then you compare it to what your big manufacturers who do have true R&D and are refreshing their vehicles every 3 years. You look at what they're coming out with. They're coming out with cars that look like cars, and the Teslas still look like they're from 2013. And it's you have to stay on top of it, and that's the problem when your CEO has been going, I mean, that doesn't help either.
It's very, very interesting. I think they'll survive, but I wouldn't be surprised if they don't get bought by a couple of manufacturers get together and buy Tesla.
There's rumors that Amazon might, just because of the space technology. See. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, and Bezos wants that. Yeah, so they can combine the two together and do that. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I've got a friend. I'm going to see him next month. He's up in Illinois, but he was one of the guys that put down when they announced the Model 3 2 years ago, he put down his $1,000 and he picked up his car. When did he pick it up? In December of last year, and he likes it. So, but I'll be interested. I'll get the opportunity to ride in it and drive it probably. So, be interesting to see what it's like. But the problem they're running into is parts for repairs and stuff. If you get in an accident or whatever, it's taken months, literally months, to get basic parts. Wow. Like you get in a fender bender and it costs a ton of money and the parts aren't in stock.
Yeah.
So it's literally taking months and months to get basic parts that if we were in a Chevy or another major brand, it would be instantaneous.
Yeah. They're having a lot of problems like that. They really are. There's a lot of Tesla owners that, like the Model 3, those are new owners pretty much, or some people that had a Model S that are going down to a Model 3 because the Model S is old already.
Yeah.
But once the Model 3 gets old, then they're done, because a lot of the S owners are going to a lot of the other electric vehicles now, because they're the latest and greatest. They have the newer stuff in it. They don't look old anymore. They're having a huge problem at Tesla. They've got a lot of issues.
Oh, they were definitely the innovator at the beginning, and it's always a challenge for the innovator. Very rarely does the person or the company that innovates takes that push to the next level. It's pretty unusual for them to survive in the long term, as they were. I mean, as they were when they made that big change. So
you look at there's been so many car companies over the years that have come out and had an initial, I don't know, 3, 4, or 5 models, and the next thing you know, they're gone. Like they made their impact in the market, and then you had Eagle, you had the ones I can think of right. They were in recent years. You had Saturns, you had there were some others too, right? You have some other. You go back even a little ways farther. You've got AMC. You've got there was a lot of them that made. Saturn. It was the big one that had all the plastic parts, right? The doors that you could run into and the bumpers that you could hit and not necessarily damage the car.
Yeah, the flexible plastic body panels and stuff. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, I think I don't think they're not going to file bankruptcy and go away, but they're going to go through some changes here in the next few years.
Investor.
Yeah. That it'd be fun to have one of those cars, but I don't think I'd buy one of those cars, if that makes sense.
I like the car you got. To me that makes sense. That makes sense.
It's I mean that is kind of the future. It's not, electric cars aren't going to replace every, you're not going to get rid of every gasoline powered car with electric cars, but the technology is improving. So I mean they're definitely going to be part of the marketplace from now on. I mean, they're not going away.
Well, those fill-up stations though for electric cars.
Yeah, that's the challenge. For if you're going to take a car on a longer trip, you need to have a place to recharge it relatively quickly.
Well, as I said, I'm seeing a lot of them as I travel around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they make a lot of sense for around town cars. I mean, I see a lot of them here in Atlanta. You probably do too, James. I mean, you definitely do, Joe.
Yeah, there's.
They're good. Here. They're good city cars. As long as you can, within your normal loop of doing things, if you can do that on electric and then either charge at work or charge when you get home, it makes sense. But it's kind of tough to hop in your car in Phoenix and drive to Atlanta on an electric car. It's going to take a while because you can't. It's not necessarily going to be able to stop along the way and recharge everywhere. So
I heard on the Motor Week podcast, I listen to that podcast every week, and they were talking about there's people that own electric vehicles now that have adapters, and not only are they learning where the different charging stations are at, but they're also learning where the RV parks are at, because sometimes the charging stations are too far, so they'll rent a spot at an RV park and charge there.
Okay.
So there's a lot of the
RV parks have 220. Yeah. So, that's smart. I hadn't thought about that before, but you go to your local KOA campground on your way.
So a lot of them are getting memberships at KOAs.
Uh-huh.
And I think that was part of their deal with Motor Week, as they were saying that some of the RV park, people are complaining because they're taking up. You've got one little car and a whole spot taking up a spot.
Yeah, for a big spot for a fifth wheel or something.
For a camper.
Recharging. Yeah, they got the little pup tent outside and they're recharging the car. It's just like it's digital and film. You got the. It's kind of the same thing. Kodak, they innovated with the film and were dominant, and then digital came out, and Kodak tried to do. Remember, they had a couple of really lame digital cameras that weren't really good, and then they kind of just went away. They still make some film, but they went from position of total dominance to a total niche market now.
Yeah.
So.
Hey Dennis, when was the last time you saw My Sisters?
About 10 years ago, I think.
Can you see this?
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah. Did you put it on your Facebook page?
No.
No.
You see it?
Sort of. It's a little washed out in the middle. Yeah.
It's washed out. Yeah.
But so 3 sisters and you. So were you the youngest?
By 10 minutes.
By what? 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
One on the left.
Okay. So you're youngest by 10 minutes.
right.
Two older sisters and then a twin sister then.
Yeah. She let me know she was older when we was younger. Now that I'm older, I still remind her you still are older.
Yeah. She didn't want to hear it now.
Yeah.
It flips after a certain point. Probably after your mid-30s or so. You really don't want to be the oldest one.
Yeah, exactly.
It's 64 tomorrow.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Good one. See you next week. And maybe I'll have some image from something going on with Independence Day. I don't know what it'll be. Maybe fireworks or me running down the road for the peach tree. Who knows? We'll see. But you guys have a good week. All right.
Yeah, bye now.
All right. Bye.
All right, man. See you, man.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.